If you could change the way you wake up in the morning, stop saying, I got to go to work. I got to work out. I got to get this weight off of me. I got to go and meet with the people at the school. I got to deal with my coworkers. Change one word in that sentence and everything about your life changes. I get to wake up in the morning. I get to go to work. I get to go and meet with these people today. When you say I got to, you take all of your opportunities and all of your blessings and you wrap them up in stress by saying I got to. You take all the stress off of it when you say I get to.
Hey, and welcome to Counsel of the Day with Shanrae. I am Shanrae, and we are on week 1, part 2 of our February 2024 topic, which is activating our 2024, aka the laws of attraction. So Monday night, we talked about RAS, or the reticular activating system, which is what that's in the back of our heads. It's a bundle of nerves, and what it is, it helps the laws of attraction. So as we think, as a Christian, the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. Well, that's what I'm talking about, the laws of attraction on this week. Let me get started. Let me start out with my website disclaimer. Hello, Helen. So good to see you. Hi, Gaga. Good to see you. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook all at the same time. So I'm looking at different things at one time. But let me get started with my website disclaimer. Please be aware that due to the nature of the technology I'm using, there can be no assurance of confidentiality when using this online service. It is also noted that due to changes in policies that all replies are to be used as advisory and informational only, and it will not constitute an official determination. Information provided by myself are subject to the limitations of current and available material, but the final responsibility rests with you. Achieving a goal, and it rests with you. Information online is designed to be helpful. However, this information does change frequently, and it is recommended that you consult another physician, another specialist, and or religious leader to aid you in your overall behavior wellness. Again, we're talking about the laws of attraction. So let me give you a quick recap of my bio. I'm a Degreed counselor. I've acquired a dual bachelor's degree in psychology and organizational management from Ashford University. My great passion is bringing healing to people who've been through traumatic or stressful experiences. So when human beings experience trauma or severe life stressors, it's not uncommon for their lives to feel like it's unraveling. We've all been there, guys. So I help clients who include children, adults, and families to find healthy perceptions of themselves and to help strengthen their relationships so they can know themselves as peaceful, complete, whole, and safe. Now let's get started. I'm going to do the quick rundown of what RAS is. Oh, but before that, let me do my scripture it's actually going to be for the entire year. And again, I am a Christian counselor, so the scripture will be coming from Ephesians 4:23. And it says to be made new in the attitudes of your mind. Yes. So let's go over our key points for tonight, because this 30 minutes is going to come and go very, very quickly. The key points for tonight is we're going to be talking about achieving your goals, which again, that law of attraction. What is the reticular activating system, or the RAS system? That's the recap. How to train your RAS to achieve your goals. Tips and tricks for optimizing your RAS. What happens if the RAS is damaged back here, damage in the back of your head, and the attention filter. So let's start with our definition of the RAS. And I'm going to give you the quick version of this definition. And it says the RAS is a bundle of nerves, like I was saying, and it sits in the back of your head back here. Which is called your brainstem. So it's the job of the RAS is to regulate your behavior, the arousal in your body, consciousness, and also mainly motivation. So this is why I'm talking about the laws of attraction, that motivation. Again, this is the new year. We're in the second month. Hey, Tempest, we're in the second month of the new year. So most people start out the New Year's with New Year's resolutions, or us as Christians or non-Christians, a lot of people do vision boards. And I'm a little late, so I've got to jump on my vision board. I believe in vision boards as well. But I wanted to jumpstart this quarter, with activating our 2024. And I wanted to let you know that this is something that's real. The laws of attraction. God has created us so unique and so divine, our organs and our cells. And so I love what I do. Because I am a degreed psychologist doesn't mean that I know every single theory that is out there. That's why I constantly study. I'm constantly researching. And so when I learned in depth about the RAS system, the reticular activating system that's in our bodies, and how that's what people call the laws of attraction, how we can draw, once again, as Christians, as a man thinketh, so is he. And so, but that starts back here with the RAS, the reticular activating system, the back of your head here with the bundle of nerves at your brainstem. And it's that motivation. It gives us that motivation. So let's move this on. I gave you the quick version of a RAS, and this is what's going on in our bodies. So let's now talk about achieving your goals. How to train your RAS, or your reticular activating system. Now, this is an open platform, so if you have any questions, I will pause and answer them. I'm looking at different, I have different apps that are open to see what we're doing. Except for Instagram. I cannot see on Instagram what's going on, guys. I'm sorry. But getting back to what I was saying, the reticular activated system. So let's talk about the roles of the RAS in our day-to-day lives. All right. So it says the RAS is responsible for filtering out the vast amount of information that bombards our senses every single day, all day long. It helps us to focus on what's important, and it helps us to ignore what's not, identifying treats and values in our lives. Again, this is an open platform. Any questions, I'll pause and answer them. If you have any life scenarios you want to share, I'll pause and I'll give highlight to that. So the RAS, or the reticular activating system, also plays a critical role in our ability to achieve our goals. That's that laws of attractions, guys. By helping us to stay focused on what we want to accomplish. So the RAS in our minds is a huge plus, something that we need on a daily basis, because that's our motivation. That's our motivation right there. So let's move on to the next thing. The next highlight question is, how can we train our RAS to achieve the goals, to achieve our vision board goals, to achieve our New Year's resolutions, to achieve whatever goals that we're setting for ourselves? How can we the RAS help us get these goals going? Number one, the RAS helps us to set clear goals. The first step in training our RAS is to set clear and specific goals. We know it as Christians. Let's write the vision. Write the vision down. So that's what this is. Okay. And then our RAS needs to target needs a target to focus on. That's that writing that vision, guys. So it's important to be as specific as possible when we are setting our goals, because again, this right back here, this RAS, that's that motivation. That's that motivation. The number two, helps us to visualize your goals. Visualization is a powerful tool for training your RAS. Okay, so when you visualize your goals, you activate the same neural pathways that are involved in actually achieving them. So a visual thing. If we can see it, I know R. Kelly has his issues, but God did use him when he wrote the song, I Believe I Can Fly. If I can see it, then I can believe it. If I believe it, then I can achieve it. I believe I can fly. So this is to visualize your goals. Visualize your goals. That was number two. Number three says to use affirmations. Now, we as Christian believers, we do that anyway. We get up and we read we read the word of God, or we read our archives, which is the Bible. and we read these different things that we read daily. This is our motivation. These are our affirmations because we say it. We repeat what we see. We repeat what we read, and we believe it, and we say it. And that's activating the daily affirmations. That's helping us activate our RSA. So affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself to reinforce a particular belief or a goal. By repeating affirmations, we can help our RAS to focus on what we want to achieve. So, okay, these positive affirmations are a great tool to activate our RAS. Number 4 says practice gratitude. Okay, gratitude is an important part of training our RAS. So, by focusing on the things that we're grateful for, okay, you can help you. We can help our RAS to filter out all of the negative information and focus on the positive. I always talk about, every time I get on quarterly, I always mention about retraining your brain. If we can redirect our negative thoughts into positive thoughts, that's a form of retraining our brain. So again, practicing gratitude. I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful for my children that I have. I'm grateful for my husband. I'm grateful for my wife, whoever, I'm grateful for the job that I have. I have a vehicle. I'm grateful I have 2 feet that I can walk on. I can use the walk, just redirect. If we can redirect our whatever we're thinking, negative thoughts come up all the time. It's just like a natural, normal thing. Negative thoughts is going to always pop into your brain. But if we can find a way to redirect those thoughts immediately, don't even play around with the negative thoughts. Don't bring life to it. We talked about it on Tuesday night, how some people they think of themselves as a garbage person. Oh my gosh, that is a terrible way to think about yourself. Nobody is a garbage person. But there are some of these type of thoughts that come in people's mind, and those things need to be redirected immediately and saying, no, that might have been something I didn't quite like that I did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch myself to make sure that I don't repeat these negative type of behavior or characteristics. That's what we have to start doing, So that was the 4 different ways that we can start training our RAS. Now let's talk about some tips and tricks for optimizing our RAS. Let me move this along. So number one, it's imperative we got to get enough sleep. All right. The RAS is responsible for regulating sleep and our wake cycle. So it's important to get enough sleep to keep it functioning optimally. Okay, so that's number 1, getting enough sleep. Number 2 is reduce your distractions. Okay, so the RAS can only focus on a limited amount of information at one time. All right, so it is important to reduce distractions to help us stay focused, or to help your RAS to stay focused. Number 3, practicing mindfulness. Again, that's what I was just talking about retraining your brain. The theological terminology is mindfulness, practicing mindfulness. Okay. And so mindfulness is a powerful tool for training your RAS. So by practicing mindfulness, you can help your mind to stay present and focus on whatever task at hand that you are doing, which can help you, which again helps optimize your RAS. Number 4, use positive self-talk. You're going to keep hearing this over and over and over again all month long. Using positive self-talk. Our thoughts have a powerful impact on our RAS. So by using positive self-talk, we can help our RAS to filter out those negative thoughts, and then to focus more on the positive thoughts. Like I was just talking about a few minutes ago, there are some people that think such terrible thoughts of themselves. I'm a garbage person. No, immediately start saying, no, I'm not. I'm a good-hearted person. I'm a kind person. I'm a loving person. We have to practice mindfulness or retrain your brain. Number 5, take breaks. Oh my goodness. Take breaks. So your RAS can become fatigued if it's overworked. So it's important to take breaks and give some time to rest. Now I'm gonna pause here because those of us that are 50 and above, my cousin who's about a year, 2 years older than me. She's a year and a half older than me. She would always tell me, she said, cousin, you gonna find out when you turn 50, girl, you gonna be needing your little naps. And I used to laugh at her because she said she take her naps in the day, get up, refresh, and keep going. I used to laugh at my cousin Leisha, because she would stand on taking little naps. Oh my gosh, when I hit 51, I'm older than that now, but when I hit 51, I remember calling her and telling her, oh my gosh, I had to pause and take me a 30-minute nap today. And she said, uh-huh. And she said, how do you feel? I said, oh my gosh, when I woke up, I can think better. I had more energy. I was ready to go. I could finish whatever I need to do for the day. And we laughed. I said, you used to tell me, take my naps. And guess what? That's what this is going on right here. Take breaks. If you could take breaks, close your eyes, meditate, take some breaks, because again, you don't want to overwork your RAS, okay, or your reticular activating system. You don't want to do that. You want to keep it functioning well so you can get to stay motivated, so you can continue to do things you need to do. Number 6 says stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. I'm gonna show y'all this. I stand on staying hydrated. If I have to stop and sip, I will always stop and sip. Stay hydrated. Okay. Staying hydrated is important for optimal brain function, including the RAS. Make sure that you drink enough water throughout the day to keep your brain functioning at its best. Not just your brain, but all the rest of your organs. Staying hydrated is very important. Gaga said, nap time. She said, that's right. Staying hydrated. It is so important to keep our organs hydrated, to keep our body hydrated. And again, our brain is able to fully function, if we stay hydrated. So that was number 6. Now let's move on to the bottom line. Let me see how we doing. Okay, good. We're doing good. I'm going to try to stay within this 30 minutes. Okay, so let's talk about the bottom line. All right. So the reticular activating system is an important part of our brain that plays a critical role in regulating our attention and helping us achieve our goals. Again, that's back to that motivation. So by understanding how the RAS works and implementing the tips and tricks outlined in this article, we can train and optimize our RAS to achieve greater focus and productivity in our day-to-day lives. So start practicing these techniques. You can start today, start tomorrow. Unlock the full potential of your brain. Okay, so now let's move to the next highlighted question about our RAS. Okay, so what is the main function of the reticular activation system? Okay, in the formation. So it says the brain stem or the reticular formation represents the archaic core of those pathways. Our body. Hey, Miguel, how you doing? Our body, our brain, and our heart has electricity. It has electricity in it. So the brain stems in our brain, there's electrical nodes that's working through, that's helping us think, helping us do the things we need to do. This is what the main function of the reticular formation is where that the brain stem, the electricity is working from cell to cell, different parts of our brains, to make sure that we're able to function the way we're supposed to function. So all of this is connected to the spinal cord and the encephalon. I'm saying that wrong. It serves is our autonomic system, our motor system, our sensory system, our behavioral, cognitive, and mood-related functions. So that is the main function of the reticular formation, or the RAS. Okay. So what happens if the RAS is damaged? Okay. Now this is very important. What happens if something happens? You know how some people have accidents, and or somebody falls and hits the back of their head. What happens if your RAS system is damaged? So damage to the RAS causes unconsciousness, resulting in not being awake or aware. Along the length of the brainstem, there are midline nuclei and two lateral types of nuclei. So the medial group of the nuclei and the small group of the nuclei. So it's saying what happens if something happens to the RAS is you're just going to automatically pass out. So that's one of the things that happen. Now let's talk about, says, what are the disorders of the RAS? Okay. And there are disorders, just like with any organ, there are disorders. Okay, so a series of hypotheses are advanced to account for the role of these nuclei in such diverse disorders. So the first disorder is schizophrenia. The second one is post-traumatic stress disorder, PSTD. Okay, the third one is REM behavior disorder. And then the next one, and REM is that sleep pattern. You know how some people have sleep apnea and all of that? So that REM, that REM, because all of us are supposed to get into the REM stage of sleep at night. So a REM disorder, that's sleep apnea. And then Parkinson's disease and narcolepsy. Again, narcolepsy. So these are some of the things, the disorders of the RAS. I'm gonna say it again. Schizophrenia, post-traumatic stress disorder, REM behavior disorder, Parkinson's, and narcolepsy. So what is the reticular activating system when it comes to ADHD? Okay, because remember, it helps us that motivation and all of that. So let's talk about that. Located at the back of the head in the brainstem, the RAS is said to regulate waking and sleeping patterns and play a function in the capability to concentrate and to focus on an attention. So in the ADHD brain, elements of the RAS may not be operating normally. So that's getting back to what I was talking about, the electrical modes that are in our brain. We have it in our heart as well. So when they're misfiring, it's called misfiring, or when they're not functioning the way they should, then these different disorders may happen. And ADHD, we know a lot of times that's your focus, that's your concentration. And so with the ADHD person, their brain and RAS, it says that the focus and their concentration is not functioning at 100%. So what is the reticular activating system in our everyday life? And you're going to hear a lot of things repeat, but it's just to get us to understand. And it's gonna all come back around again about how with the laws of attraction. All right, so our RAS is like a filter, again, between our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. So it takes instructions from our conscious mind and it passes them on to our subconscious mind. For example, the instructions might be, listen out for anyone who is saying my name. Okay, so our conscious mind is going to automatically go to the subconscious, and then if you hear Cherie, you hear my name, you hear, the first thing you're gonna respond, yes. And it may be somebody else with the same name, but subconsciously, you're listening out for your name because that was something that you prone to do. All right. So what is the RAS system when it comes to having anxiety? And let me move this on. So it says that the RAS system is a remarkable aspect, again, of our brain with the potential to transform the way that we experience anxiety. All right. So by understanding how the RAS works and utilizing techniques such as hypnosis and mindfulness, you can take an active role in reprogramming your mind for calmness. Now, there are certain therapists that do utilize hypnosis. I'm not one of them. It works where it needs to work when it comes to certain treatments. And but I'm different. We're Christians. I'm a Christian believer. So I do know the power of thought and the power. I do know that, again, as a man thinketh, so is he. And if we can retrain our mindset, use that mindfulness, if we can continue, take 21 days and start practicing positive talk, I'm telling you, it's going to become second nature or first nature to you, like that. So I'm not saying that hypnosis doesn't work. I'm not saying not to do it. I'm saying that there are some therapists that really do use it in certain situations where it helps. And then other situations, I'm a cognitive behavioral therapist. So I like to do hands-on things. I give homework, I give strategies, and I know that these things work if you work it. Okay, so that's what that with the anxiety and stuff. Some people have severe anxiety and they may need that hypnosis treatment. Okay, so I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that I don't do it. Okay, let's move on. All right, so can you train your reticular activating system? We talked about it earlier, but this is going to give you some more tools about training your thought process. Okay, all right, some people suggest that yes, you can train it by taking your subconscious thoughts and marrying them to your conscious thoughts. So they call it setting your intent. Okay, the laws of attraction. So this basically means that if you focus hard on your goals, your RAS will reveal the people, reveal the information, and reveal opportunities that help you achieve them. Tuesday night, I talked about how, again, retraining your RAS. And one of the samples and one of the examples that it was talking about that, like, it gave. So you put it in your mind, you want to buy a certain car. I don't know, your favorite car. You know what color, you know what make and model, all of that. Then when you finally start working towards getting your favorite car, this was the example from Tuesday night, all of a sudden you start seeing the same car that you want everywhere on the road. You see it everywhere. Everywhere you go, it's like, oh, there it is. That's what the RAS does. Once you put something in your conscious mind, you will start seeing what you desire, seeing what you want more and more. So can you train your RAS? Yes, you can. Again, as a man thinketh, so is he. If you start again putting your vision boards at work, you start checking it off as you go, as things are starting to happen. I'm telling you, that's a part of retraining or training your RAS system. So where we at? Okay, all right, we're almost there. 29 minutes in. Let's move on. The attention filter. So a classic example of this is when you're looking to buy a car. I just said that. So when trying to make a change in your life to improve your health, really think about it. Whether that's eating better or getting more sleep or starting to meditative practice. Now, meditative practice is something huge. Wherever I go now, I'm starting to see billboards that's introducing these meditation classes. I said, I think I'm gonna go take it. Just to see what they doing. I might, because I strongly believe in meditation. I really do. Or again, prayer and meditation. I believe in both of them. Okay. So where we at? Okay. So it says that start meditative practices or bringing your passion to life. Consciously flood your brain with the thoughts and requirements pertaining to whatever change that you want to do. Your RAS will allow pertinent information to filter through your conscious attention, or this is your prefrontal cortex. So there's certainly some truth to the notion that you can become what you think about most. Yes, we can. As a man thinketh, so is he. The laws of attraction. Okay. And if you want to become healthier, you have to think about it a lot, first and foremost. And then more importantly, you need to take the necessary action to create the change in your life. That was just an example. So start with the thinking first, then follow up with a lot of doing. So again, I'm talking about this entire month, the laws of attraction, or RAS, and how, again, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you can think it, you think it first, and then you start writing it down. Write that vision. Write it down. Then you not only write it down. Hey, Jason, how you doing? As you start writing it down, then you start making plans. So how am I going to start getting this going? For example, this year, let me see one of my visions that I can talk about. So I'm going to start the process of purchasing a tri motorcycle for me, three-wheeler. Y'all know I don't know how to ride a bike, but I bought me a few years ago during COVID. I bought me a three-wheeler bike, and I love my bike. I ride it whenever I can. I love my bike, but I've always wanted to have a motorcycle. I know I cannot drive a two-wheeler or ride a two-wheeler, but you know what? Thank God they got three-wheelers, and they got the two wheels in the front and one in the back, and they got the two wheels in the back and the one in the front. I already know what I want. I want the ones with the two wheels in the back and the one wheel in the front. I already know what brand. So I'm going to start working on the process of me getting my three-wheeler motorcycle. There's classes that I have to sign up and pay for to take. So I can get my motorcycle license. I can go and take I need to schedule when I want to go take my permit test. I don't have to know how to ride the bike to take my permit test. So all of these things, again, is some of the things that I want to do this year in 2024. So what it is in the back of my mind. Every time I think about it and I see a three-wheeler on the road, because I live in the South, I'm like, yeah, I want something like that, but a different color. And I start thinking about exactly what I want. So this is what I've been talking, the laws of attraction, the RAS. As a man thinketh, so is he. So that was just something small that I wanted to share with you. Now, I may not get my bike this year, but I can get my license. I can get my permit. I can take my classes. And then we'll go from there and see what happens. But it's a step. It's a step in the right direction. So that is a part of retraining our RAS, our reticular activated system, or AKA the laws of attraction. All right. So I'm going to end this because we are running over time. Let's do our takeaway. So our takeaway for tonight says, the emphasis is on consuming healthy content on a daily basis. Engulf yourself both physically and mentally with health-related activities and content. Your brain will then continuously look for the related material in your environment. Your RAS will filter through what your conscious brain asks for or it desires. Okay? Now let's do our quote for tonight. I'm going to open this up a little bit and then close it back. So Henry Ford says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, either way, you're right. And that's powerful. As a man thinketh, so is he. So if you think you can do it, you're right. But if you think you can't do it, then you're right too. And Henry Ford said that. So again, I'm a Christian believer. Y'all know I always look at things halfway full, the glass halfway full, not halfway empty. Again, the laws of attraction. As a man thinketh, so is he. So, and that's in the word of God. I'm a Christian. I'm not pushing my religion on anybody, but that's what I stand on. That's my foundation. But I stand on, I don't care Christian or not. Listen, if you know you want to do something, and I'm talking about positive, not negative. If you want to do it, you can do it. You can do it. Just take the steps, them laws of attraction, that RAS. Take the steps. First think it, then start writing it down, then start making the steps towards it. All right. So I'll takeaway for tonight. Let me open this up for my fellow theorists and my fellow counselors. This is where I got my teaching, my theory from. All right. So let's move this on. And I'm going to do this very quickly. Better Up. Better Up is as a, if you need a life coach, Better Up, go to www.betterup, and they have life coaches for everybody. If you feel that you need a life coach to help you achieve your goals, okay, nothing wrong with a little help. Add a plus community. Those people that have ADD or ADHD, there's a community where you all support each other. Yes, thank you, Gaga. Positive thoughts. give you insights and give you strategies on how to overcome certain things. Add a plus community. I love that today for ADHD, ADD, and all kinds of other things. All right, 988 crisis. If you know someone that is going through a difficult time and they may be having suicidal thoughts, 988 crisis hotline has licensed counselors that are there 24/7 that can help walk you through, help you. You can talk in a safe space, help you get through the rough time that you may be experiencing. Or if you know someone, you can call 988, have them, connect with the person. 988 crisis hotline 24/7. And it's a good place to help. All right, let's move this along. BetterHelp.com. BetterHelp.com. I love this. If you're looking for a licensed clinician, therapist, counselor, 24/7, BetterHelp.com. They can fit you with any type of counselor in a safe space, and it's affordable. BetterHelp.com. www.betterhelp.com. Guys, I'm not getting paid to do this, but I am one that believes in that there's help for whoever needs help out there in any situation. Learning RX. Learning RX is a brain training clinic. It's not just for people with ADD, ADHD, OCD, anything like that. People that have had brain injuries. It's for professionals like politicians, doctors, lawyers. They go and they utilize Learning RX, and it has a proven record. I mean, a number of years, a proven record where people have come in and their IQ has increased no less than 13 points. Okay, so Learning RX. I stand on Learning RX, brain training clinic. All right, so if there's a past Counsel of the Day with Shanrae that you missed or you just want to rewatch, you can go to my YouTube channel at Shanrae Price. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications, and then select any past series that you'd like to watch. You missed or you just want to rewatch. All right, now. All right, if you're interested in professional one-on-one counseling services, I am a counselor. All right, and I always do this last because it's a little difficult when what I've done in the past, people that know me, I refer to them someone else because, again, counseling should be a safe space. But I have clients of my own. So I do professional one-on-one counseling services. If you are interested, it is a safe space. You can contact me via Facebook Messenger at Shanrae Owens, or you can contact me via my email, shanraeprice@gmail.com. I'm a lifestyle strategist, and my aim is to aid you in your life's goals and your life's dreams. I will see you all for week 2 next Tuesday for part 1 of our subtopic on activating our 2024. Enjoy your weekend. This is Super Bowl weekend, guys. Enjoy. I'm not really a football person, but I watch for the halftime show, so I can't wait to see that. Enjoy your Super Bowl weekend. I'll see y'all next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time sharp. Enjoy. Good night, everybody.
If you could